Well, let's turn now to Brian from Calhoun County. Brian, we appreciate you holding on the line with us. Please go right ahead with your question.
Yes, ma'am. My father had recently passed, and of course, he did not leave a will. Excuse me. I was his excuse me. I was his primary caregiver. My question is, I have talked to someone here locally, but it's so confusing about head of estate and probate and everything else. I guess my question is I know I'm just trying to do what I knew what he wanted done, even though it was not in writing. Can two people be over the head of the state? Because he wanted me to have the property, and then for me and my will to dig it down to his only granddaughter.
Okay, was your question, can two people be head of the estate? Is that your question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. In that there was not a will under the laws of intestacy, that's what takes precedence on how the property or the assets of your father is distributed. So if there is real property, of course, there has to be an administration open, a probate process in order to distribute the property, the real property, personal property. So in terms of the heirs, it depends. You indicated that it's you and a granddaughter. So therefore, under the guidance of the probate court, then the property will be distributed first to the children, or a spouse. If there is not a living spouse, the children. If no children, parents. And it follows that intestacy law on how property is distributed, but it must go through the probate court in order to for an administration to occur. And during that process, the individual who is appointed personal representative of the estate then are given letters of administration, which the individual can take and go to the bank, do what needs to be done there as far as collecting, or what we call many times marshaling the assets, determining exactly what that individual left and how it needs to be distributed.
Is Brian still on? I guess not.
Producers, is Brian still with us? Let's take a quick.
Yes.
Brian is still with us.
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Real quick?
Yes.
Because, so you asked if there could be a co-administrator, I guess, to pass this piece of property down. Do y'all get along? Like, is it you and your sister and you get along, or is it one of those things where you butt heads?
It's me and my daughter. It's me and my daughter.
Okay.
Which is his granddaughter.
So
his
it's,
only granddaughter.
so it's what you addressed in terms
Yes.
of it being kind of trickling down from.
Right, and
Okay.
I
Okay.
definitely, it's really not recommended to have a personal representative and a co-personal representative.
Yes.
It's
Okay.
a personal representative, and that personal representative has the responsibility of distributing the estate according to the law.